Alright, this is going to be a short video on proof of function of the third position forced reset trigger for the AK. In the middle position, the disconnector is just held still. It isn't pushed down by the safety selector, it's just held in place. The only actual movement is because of the trigger and the disconnector spring. But other than that, the disconnector never engages with the hammer, so you can't say that the safety selector is an auto sear that engages with the disconnector to release the hammer for full auto, because that's not what happens. This is what happens. When bolt is closed and chambered, you release the hammer, fire, the bolt comes back and holds the hammer in place. The bolt then engages with the cam, resets the trigger. You can see at no point did the disconnector engage with the hammer. The trigger catches the hammer until the cam is released by the trip bar when the bolt returns home, and you can fire again. If your trigger is not cut properly, you will get hammer follow. If your trigger is not resetting all the way, I did that wrong. If your trigger is not resetting all the way, you will get hammer follow, because it is solely on the trigger to stop the hammer from following the bolt home. So I'll show semi mode. Gun fires. Disconnector catches the hammer. Cam will then push the trigger, but not enough for it to fully reset. And with the disconnector holding the hammer still, it will not fire as an FRT. You then have to release the trigger. The disconnector will release the hammer. Then the trigger will catch the hammer just as it does in forced reset mode. Cam will then be lifted off the trigger and you can fire. Show that again. Disconnector catches the hammer. Your finger is still depressed. The cam will push the trigger forward slightly, but not enough for you to be able to reset and release the disconnector like you can in the standard 2-position AK FRT. Cam is lifted. You release. Trigger catches the hammer, and you fire. Go back to middle position, force reset. Hammer is dropped. Disconnector does not catch. Trigger does not catch until the cam forces the reset. Trigger catches the hammer. Cam lifts, and you fire. The trigger still has to reset between each cycle for this to work. If your trigger is not resetting, all you will get is hammer follow. There is nothing that will catch the hammer. You won't get any out of battery discharge because the hammer will just ride the bolt home. There'll just be a dead trigger. So you still need the reset for the trigger to catch the hammer. And while the cam is down, cam lifted there. But with the cam down, you can't pull the trigger until the bolt ride home releases the cam off the top of the trigger face, and you can release it. Alright guys, I hope this video is helpful. I hope it proves that in no way, shape, or form that this functions as an illegal device because the trigger still resets in between each cycle. Although the disconnector is being engaged with, it is not releasing the hammer while you hold the trigger down as a normal NFA item would, because the trigger still has to reset and the hammer is caught by the trigger. Thank you guys.